Point it up at the ceiling.
Hi, everybody,
Yeah.
and welcome to episode 1 of New Party Bravo Diplomatic Immunity. Um, so let's go around, and we've seen 2 of these characters before. We're meeting 2 for the first time, so let's go around and refresh the 2 characters we've seen before, and the 2 new ones. So, Daniel, Tarbek is in the top corner. Tell us about Tarbek.
Hi, I'm Tar. That's Feathers. Sorry, I figured we'd get that one out of the way quickly. Tarbek Cinderbeard is. You could probably Google image dwarf, and maybe not like the 5th image or the 6th image, but certainly on the first page is where you'd find Tarbek. He is tall for a dwarf, average for a shield dwarf, and just a tiny 4'8" for anyone who was not of the vertically challenged races. He has on some obscenely ungodly armor that is a lot more practical than it actually looks. It really just looked like there's just a bunch of metal plates stapled on to already heavy armor. So it's dwarven, clearly, and he carries around this big warhammer. He kind of has a grate or like a it almost looks like a welding mask with horns on it as his helmet, and his beard is always a little bit on fire, just a little. It's like the burning bush. It burns, but it never actually like goes down. The edges are kind of singed, though.
You get used to the smell of burnt hair after about a week.
Yeah.
Liz, can you tell us about Gayle?
So Gayle is a half-elf. She has sort of pale gray skin, white hair. I don't know what you're talking about 4'8" being short, because Gayle's 4'8", so she's average height, I would say.
Huh.
Maybe, yeah. So she's of the roguish persuasion, like black turtleneck, black armor, brown coat, just here and happy.
Awesome. Jay, can you tell us about Lady Kaw?
Lady Kaw is a Kinku fortune teller. She, birdwise, looks a whole lot like a magpie, has a lot of the same white coloring and iridescent feathers. Red dress, leather armor under it, and just coated in jewelry. Like bangly armband all up and down her arms, necklaces. It's like she doesn't walk, she jangles around.
Is that why she started traveling with Tarbek?
Possibly.
Just all the little scraps he's leaving behind.
Exactly.
And
Shiny.
Mira, can you tell us about... I didn't actually ask you how to pronounce this. I'm going to say Navira. That may be wrong.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So if you could picture the tallest, scariest tiefling, you wouldn't even get close to what Navira looks like. She towers over everyone. 6'1", is built, and has just got this look on her face that, like, you don't get out of her way, she will cut your arms off. Prominently displayed on her chest is a symbol of Tyr. Looks a bit out of place. You'd think she just like walked out of the 9 hells herself, but like there's a symbol of Tyr on her chest. They're like, all right, well, yeah, don't mess with her.
I heartily approve the choice of deity. Just in a different campaign, that was mine.
Okay. So...
Wait, what color is she? That's the most important tiefling question.
She is like a dark purplish reddish.
Okay, cool.
And she's got like this dark hair and her eyes are completely black. Adds to the aesthetic.
Okay. So,
cutest looking character, and I hope she just ends up being just the biggest sweetheart.
So, Lady Kaw and Tarbek, you've been traveling from Neverwinter, and you've probably been in Waterdeep a few days now. You traveled with a Lady Kaw has a Vardo wagon and a little mule named Birdsong, and you guys made your way down the Sword Coast to Waterdeep. And, 2 or 3 days into your stay here, Tarbek receives a message from Father Imdar of the Order of the Gauntlet, asking you to meet him at the House of Heroes, Temple to Tempest. Similarly, Gayle, you've worked for Father Imdar before. He's a dwarf cleric of Tempest. Pays you on time, is mostly straightforward, and has highly recommended your work to other associates of his in the Order and without, and has sent you a similarly worded missive. Navira, you've never met Father Imdar. He's been mentioned in your presence before, but for the most part, you've dealt with kind of lesser clergy folk, kind of brothers and sisters, the people who tend to go out on missions with you. Tempest is the god of war and honorable battle. So you're a little surprised when you get a message not from one of them, you kind of didn't think you had any work that would be done requested by higher ups. But you all had, presuming you do, if you all head to the House of Heroes, it is
you'll find a dog.
It's kind of a big Colosseum looking building, and it has like a sand pit in the middle where you can see people are straight fighting each other, and a bunch of clerics and paladins are kind of around the circle and cheering. It doesn't seem like anyone's betting or anything, but it's all just for the glory of battle kind of going on. You all arrive at about the same time. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to turn to Lady Kaw and say...
I said, dodge that car.
I'm going to turn to Lady Kaw and say, do you want to watch the fights?
Ask again later.
Right, well, we came here for a reason.
Navira will look at the fight, kind of nod her head in approval. She almost looks like she kind of wants to get in on that, but she's like, no, I'm here for a reason, and starts looking around for who she's supposed to find.
Okay.
So, yeah, looking for Father Imdar. Imdar.
And, yeah, kind of a human woman kind of sees you guys and just kind of thumb over her shoulder points to an office kind of off from the battlefield.
Thank you kindly. Just gonna walk on over there. With my stubby little legs.
Similarly, Navira, a person points you towards Father Imdar's office. Gayle, you've been here before and you've met with Father Imdar. What would you like to do?
If I've met with him before, I would just head straight to what I think would be his office.
Okay.
If we're going to the usual meeting spot.
Let's determine this randomly. Okay. So, Tarbek and Kaw, you guys get there, and you look in, and you can see a dwarvish man kind of filling out paperwork, ostensibly, at a big desk. He's got a warhammer kind of mounted behind him, and a helmet and a couple shields. They all seem like they have seen heavy use over the years. And he wears a symbol of Tempest, kind of large and proud, around his neck, and he beckons you guys in.
I'm gonna follow, and I'm gonna point at the weapons and kind of give him one of those. It's a dwarf thing.
And not long after the two of you enter, Gayle and Navira, you basically come in at the same time. And Father Imdar says, "Excellent, good, you're all here. Please close the door." And you'll just kind of gesture to whoever's last in. He'll say, "It is an honor and pleasure to meet all of you, some of you for the first time, others again. And I hope that perhaps you'd be willing to take a mission of, I feel, great importance for the Order of the Gauntlet.
We're going to need more than that.
He'll say, the Red Wizards of Thay have been a nuisance on the Sword Coast for too long. What they do is technically legal now with their enclaves, but I don't buy it for an instant. I need a group of people, people of your skill set, and kind of trail off for a second, and he said, in addition, for many of you, we can play on people's prejudices. You will not look out of place dealing with Red Wizards.
Are you sure?
He'll kind of look at the half-drow, Kenku, and Tiefling and say, yes, it is a sad truth that people are often judged by their clan and not by the measure of their character.
That's Tarbek on the head.
And he'll kind of say, but for your part in it, Brother Dwarf, you are of a how do I say? You are of a family of excellent smiths, known throughout the land. Dwarven craftsfolk whose skill rival any other dwarf or elven master smith. Your services to the Red Wizards would be a coup, whether as a buyer or a seller. The Red Wizards have set up an enclave in Waterdeep. It is, again, technically legal, where they sell magical goods.
Doesn't matter if it's legal. They're all dead.
Oh.
To me.
He'll kind of...
Just jumping the gun a bit there, lass.
He'll say, you are as forthright and intense as I have heard.
So my reputation precedes me.
It does.
Signs point to yes.
But he will say, I would like you to go to this enclave. Perhaps try and arrange something illicit. Try and catch them doing anything that we can bring the Order of the Gauntlets hammer on their head. The Lord's Alliance will back us up. The Harpers will back us up. The Emerald Enclave will back us up. Hell, the Zentarum will back us up. Nobody wants these red monsters in this city.
We actually had a bit of an encounter, Feathers and I, back in Neverwinter, involving a rather large... well, we did hear some explosions at one point. Don't know what that was about, but yeah, there seems to be something going on there as well.
In Neverwinter. And he'll kind of... he'll pick up a small raven figurine from his desk, and he'll kind of throw it against the wall, where it will bounce off the wall and turn into a silver raven that will land on his shoulder. He will whisper something in its ear, and it will fly out a window.
I choose you.
He'll say, I'll look into it. Or we'll look into it. And say, if you can find this out for us, the Order of the Gauntlet will have, and I will be in your personal debt, and we can set you up well here in the city.
I can't speak for the rest of these people, but I will not be needing that. Taking out these red monstrosities will be enough.
I would like the money, so I can take her share if it's okay.
That's mine. Dibs on that.
I'll have to tell the kids. I'm gonna be a little longer than I thought. I hope they don't throw any parties while I'm gone. Cut to the volcano, and it's just dwarves and tieflings drinking insane amounts, dancing.
Dad's gone! Woo! And he'll kind of... Good. The... where is that? Okay. He'll say that the Thayan embassy is in the castle ward with all the other embassies to...
the Sea Ward.
The Sea Ward?
It's not the Sea Ward. It's the castle ward.
Pretty sure it's the Sea Ward.
You know what? I'm almost positive it's the castle ward. The Sea Ward burned to the ground, if I remember correctly.
Just like Dugan's Hole.
It was gone forever.
But yeah, no, he'll say that in the castle ward, the current Thayan ambassador is named Chatin Garrus, and she's popular among the city's nobility. If they want to invite somebody dangerous to their party, they invite the Thayan ambassador. And she is, for all accounts, pleasant. If a little... Not... Snooty's not the right word, but she's kind of... sarcastic and standoffish, but, in a fun way. Because, oh my god, it's my dangerous red wizard friend. The nobility of Waterdeep suck. But yeah, no, so... but he'll say, if you can... Again, arrange a meeting with her, try and get them to agree to sell you like something illegal, anything that justifies action against them or kicking them out of the city and the Sword Coast is fine by Imdar. He will say, you don't have to. I don't want you to start, a war in the streets, but do what you have to do against these monsters.
Question: doesn't this qualify as entrapment?
He'll say, I mean, probably, but I kind of don't care.
Okay, just so we're on the same page.
I mean, the whole thing about them having to tell you you're a cop, that's not true. They have to tell you you're a cop.
No.
No, but I do have to tell them.
If you say, are you a Harper, they have to tell you if they're a Harper. That's real. I know some Harpers. But he'll say, any other questions?
I think we're good.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Then maybe, yeah.
Okay, just let me know when you get the investigation results back from Neverwinter, because there's a chance this is redundant.
He'll say, may the gods guide your steps and bless your blades, though I pray you won't need it.
Thank you.
Got it.
Oh, thanks, man. I mean, shit, how does it go? May your armor be strong and your hammer strike through. I'm sorry, it's been a while.
No, and he'll kind of like dwarvish salute, kind of like the Klingons do, like kind of grab his shoulder. And... okay. So yeah,
it's not a stereotype that all dwarves know each other. That is just kind of how it works.
Kinda. Let's see, where was my thingy?
Navira will start ushering people out the door. If they don't move, she'll go.
Go, apparently.
We've got some road wizards to kill.
Well, we're not supposed to technically kill them.
I didn't hear that.
You made a face about it. I feel like you did.
Not so good.
Okay.
Was it Gayle? You might want to watch that one.
I will let the original plan take place, and if that doesn't work, we'll do it my way.
I can get behind that.
What is the plan?
Ask again later.
I thought we went over this. It's entrapment.
Yes. So I guess, start by going in and out and inspecting their wares a little bit. I got some spells for that. I guess I'll see if there's anything illegal off the bat. I will prominently display all my fancy clan regalia. Tarbek takes just kind of like a bag of scrap metal out and kind of starts fishing around in it. It should be in here somewhere. And then, he goes, pulls it out, like sticks like a clan emblem on the front of his armor.
Magnets are neat.
How do they work?
Oh, almost forgot. And he takes another magnet out that says number one uncle on it and sticks it on the other side.
All my smithing apprentices or honor students. Okay. Would anyone like to get anything before you guys go? Supplies, disguises.
we need any disguises? Like, what's our plan of action? Like, I know we're gonna go check these people out, but do we have backstories? Are we just watching the dwarf?
Well,
and
you
then...
see, I was born 99 years ago. Oh, wait, not that kind of. Sorry.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'm very much in for the sneaky stuff, but
I would like to scope out the area with my bodyguard here, and then I'm going to gesture to Navira. Sorry, Navira. Navira, sorry. Gesture to Navira, and I could magically identify some of their wares, anything that looks particularly sinister. We'll see if we can bust them on some of that. And of course, if they have any undead or, I don't know, what do evil people do nowadays? Everything's so changed so fast.
They fight a lot of wars.
They start a lot of wars. I mean,
millennials and their undead.
Back in my day, it was all constructs and golems. And the occasional dragon.
Yeah, just, you know. It's like
Every once in a while.
It's like a once in a generation event. Everybody brought their kids. Let's go kill this dragon. It's a family bonding experience.
You bring out the sparklers and, you know.
Exactly. So, out of character.
Oh, sorry. Marty reminded me of something in chat. Can I get history checks from everybody, please?
Do I get to use my super duper dwarven special ability?
No, because it's going to be related to red wizards, so it's
okay.
Stone crafting.
Okay.
That's
16.
Oh my god, I got a nat 20.
Okay.
First roll of the game, baby. Tarbek.
Anybody else? Anything notable?
15.
15? Okay.
12.
Okay.
Alright.
Gayle, you're kind of thinking for a second, but Tarbek, Lady Kaw, and Navira, you guys all know that just something kind of, if you're rattling off in your head, illegal things red wizards might do. Red wizards are slavers, and slavery is illegal in Waterdeep and pretty much the entire Sword Coast. Sorry, scratch that. In all of the Sword Coast, slavery is illegal. Thay is kind of one of the last places where slavery is still legal and kind of a big deal. That isn't like the Underdark. So, if you find slaves, that's for sure illegal.
I think we find slaves. Maybe we skip to the Navira step. Navira. Excuse me.
You're very bad at
Crazy.
this.
Definitely.
Look, my name's 2 syllables. Navira.
Only 3.
Look, anyways.
Lady Kaw's just gonna hold up one finger and go, Kaw.
Tarbek's gonna give her a pat on the back and a solemn nod.
Straight to the point, this one is like her.
You may rely on it.
All right, so I will pose as the unassuming smith type person looking for magical goods because that's probably what I was going to do here anyways. Navira, am I getting that right?
That was it that time, yes.
Great. You can be my bodyguard.
One thing I'm good at.
Would you two like to shadow us, make sure nothing else happens?
I guess that's the plan.
As I see it, yes.
It's as good a wild plan as any.
Okay.
So I guess we'll go through and go for a stroll in the Sea Ward.
You're in the
I mean the Castle Ward, sorry. No, wait. Is it C as in the letter C or C as in SEA?
C is in the ocean. C is in SEA.
Okay, so it is the Castle Ward.
The letter C.
No, well, the Sea Ward is a different place. There's
Okay.
the Sea Ward, the North Ward, the Castle Ward, the Dock Ward, and I'm missing a ward.
The D word.
They're the D Ward. God damn it. Okay. So.
If you thought you could avoid this, Andy, you were kidding yourself.
I know. It's in Waterdeep. I don't know what.
Exactly.
Anyways,
so
yeah, to the Castle Ward.
you guys head to the Castle Ward, and you see the castle, where you know the Open Lord, Laryl Silverhand is, and kind of various other nice business. The Castle Ward is a nice area, as are, it's kind of city town or city center, center city. That's the phrase. And you guys approach it looks out of place. It's kind of a dark and foreboding building made of kind of black wrought iron gates and kind of big, huge fence around the outside of this tall castle that's kind of draped in red banners, with kind of like this, like vaguely mystical looking symbol. It's kind of like stars and swirlies. And yeah, the gates are open, but when closed, it would be, for non-adventurers, very imposing and hard to climb over. For you guys, it probably wouldn't be too hard, but yeah, so the gates are open and it leads up to the Thayan embassy.
Why are the wizards
At it and
so...
go, without a doubt.
Why are the wizards so fucking dramatic?
I mean, I know I'm not one
Try
for
again later.
subtlety, but this isn't we're doing it.
Well then, shall we?
After you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Go for a stroll in the haunted castle.
You guys approach, and there are two, again, you would say way overdone, armored individuals. Like, even Navira is probably like, oh, come on. It's like black with like spikes everywhere, and you're like, how do you even move in this? Like, you're just gonna poke your head if you turn to the left.
That's impractical and heavy, and you wouldn't last a minute in battle.
Exactly, and kind of very imposing looking tower shields, and they're clearly here for show. There's some kind of
What weapons do they have?
They seem to have swords at their side.
With the tower shield, you need the reach. Otherwise, you get whatever.
Look, whoever drew this art doesn't know how combat actually works. But yeah, so you guys approach, and the one guard says, "You step foot on Thayan soil. What can we help you with?"
I'm here to examine your wares. I'm thinking of buying something for the, something you can't normally get in Waterdeep. Something a little more interesting and unique. And I'm going to sort of straighten my dynastical symbol.
They'll kind of look at each other, and the one who wasn't talking to you will step away for a moment. And the guard who is talking to you says, "Friend, you must be mistaken. We only deal in legal goods here."
I didn't say anything about... You're the one who mentioned legal. I thought that was implied already.
And he'll kind of lean forward and say louder, "Yes, very legal."
Yeah, legal. What are you talking about?
As long as we're on the same page. And he'll step aside to let you guys in.
kind of shrug to the rest of them and then walk in. Should I make an insight check or do I not need to?
You don't need to. You can kind of get that he's trying to cover his bases and still let you in to buy illegal things.
As she's passing these guards, can Navira like hit one of them on the back to make him stand up straight? Like,
Sure.
you're a soldier, come on.
Oh. Didn't know I could feel through all this armor. Jeez. And yeah, no, they'll both kind of stand up straighter. Scary tiefling lady just showed up.
She'll eye both of them like, all right.
And a woman in red robes, shaved head, tattoos all around her, the crown of her scalp. Incredibly gray skin. It's weird. It's like she almost looks like Gayle in a way. It's probably lighter than Gale's skin, but it's odd for a human. And she'll kind of step forward and say, "Welcome. The Thayans welcome such honored guests. I hear you're looking to make arrangements for some goods."
Yes. I was actually looking to maybe examine, maybe some new materials and then he'll just start listing off like a laundry list and then slip, that if you have any magical artifacts that may be for sale.
She'll say, "It's wonderful you've
come to us." Tarbek has a lot of experience just sounding kind of boring.
And she'll say, "It's wonderful you've come to us, Master Dwarf.
Please, Master Dwarf is my father's name. Call me Tarbek."
And she'll kind of gesture and say, "In this room, we can arrange some profitable arrangements for both of us." She'll kind of open the door and step inside, and if you guys look inside, Tarbek, give me... I don't want to say Arcana, because you're probably not very good at it.
I could make Arcana if I have to.
Give me a wisdom check with proficiency.
Oh my god, I'm on fire. It's a 19 on the die.
Okay.
So that is 26.
Looking around, this is all perfectly legal and boring magical items.
That's what I was expecting, but so I don't even need to use identify or anything.
Now you would say they're like Walmart brand quality. They're not bad and they're way cheap, but they are not.
Sorry, I'm lagging out a bit.
You're lagging?
Oh no.
You do seem freezy.
Just a little.
Mm.
Am I all right now? Hello?
Your video's pausing a little bit, but we're getting the words just fine.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
We can hear you.
Okay. No, I can't. You guys have frozen.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna drop and redo my connection one second.
Oh, okay.
Did it work?
I don't know. I don't even know if
Hello?
it dropped. Hello? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna boot you and
Hi.
Re-add you. Okay.
Huh.
Connection.
And now we get to watch the overlay do things.
Yep.
Hi.
Whoa!
Hey, there we go.
Oh, why is it weird?
Sorry about that.
What the
Happens.
hell?
Imagine.
It's my connection. It sometimes slows down at night. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that's a legal internet company.
Yeah, but no one's gonna stop them.
Oh, for sure.
Like to imagine that this actually happens in game, like Tarbek starts lagging.
Yeah,
Too busy looking at all the magic items.
He's replaced with that like video buffering wheel for a second.
Yeah.
Navira's like, he's buffering, just give him a second.
So the last thing I said, Tarbek, was that these are like, and they're like Walmart quality magic items. They aren't bad, and for the price, it's pretty good, but they're not like craftsman or artisanal magic items.
Kirkland brand +1 mace.
Yeah. But the savings, you have to buy them in bulk. So
Okay.
I hope you need 30 +1 maces.
You throw the entire box at someone. Is that a +30 box?
That's thinking smart. And she'll kind of expectantly look at you like, I hope these goods interest you in some way, and if not, perhaps we can make different arrangements.
So, I'm not really looking to buy in bulk. I can make this stuff myself, to be honest with you, but I was hoping for something a little more unique.
She'll kind of, behind you, use Mage Hand to close the door and say, unique how, Master Dwarf?
Oh, going on a lot of dangerous adventures lately. I need something for protection. I could use a little bit of, a little more help here and there. Oh, God. Lass, what do you think would help us on our next epic quest? And I turn to Navira.
She'll kind of like look at him, be like, do you want, like, kind of say what I was like, do you want me to say it? I'll say it.
You can say it.
Slaves. We're looking for slaves.
Subtlety of a freight trade.
She will say, my dear friends, slavery is illegal in the city of Waterdeep.
It's not what I thought you were going to say, but...
and though
according to you, we're not in Waterdeep, though. We are on Dayan soil.
She will say, an intriguing point that the Mass Lords of Waterdeep failed to understand. However, perhaps we can arrange a visit to somewhere that isn't Waterdeep, if you're interested.
You people are fond of vagaries, aren't you?
Signs point to yes.
She'll say, it's how you get to be ambassador.
Fair point. But yes, we're interested, if you couldn't tell.
Excellent. I've never seen you before in my life. And she will open the door and say, wait here for 5 minutes. And she will walk out.
Oh, girls like that.
I would like to insight check this. Are we about to be double trapped?
Sure.
Can I make that as well?
Sure. Yeah, everybody can make insight checks.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh my god, that's another dirty 20.
17.
17?
8.
Oh no.
Gayle, get out of here. Get out of here, Gayle.
Teleportation circles?
The rest of you, she's being shady, but she doesn't seem like she plans on going through with this deal if you're going to buy slaves from her. Yeah, again, she's shady and evil, but, what do you expect?
What would any of us know
Does
about
she have a
that?
distant cousin named Steve?
Maybe like real distant. On like her dad's side. Okay. Out in the hallway, about 4 minutes later, you hear, you would say laughing, as a large, like, heavy footsteps kind of walk towards you. And as it gets closer, and you turn to look in the doorway, a large figure kind of fills the door frame. It's got a hyena face and kind of a hunched back, incredibly long arms. It's taller even than you, Navira. It's probably 7 feet tall. And
she's still sizing it up.
Oh, sure. Most of you have probably seen a gnoll before, but this one is dressed in a way unlike you would have seen. Gnolls tend to be, they're hyena men. They tend to be scavengers. And
please don't tell me it's wearing lingerie.
No.
It wasn't until just now.
You would say it's dressed like a captain of the guard.
Oh.
It's wearing like a proper tabard and kind of, proper
what it's
armor.
wearing was actually made instead of cobbled.
Yes.
Before they come back, I'm going to whisper to Kaw, make sure you're recording this.
You wearing a wire?
Isn't that what you do?
My reply is no.
And there it is. And the gnoll. G'day, mate! Come on! Kind of lope down the hall and kind of keep looking back at you and just kind of keep cackling.
I think it wants us to swallow it.
Sure.
Sounds safe to me. Let's go.
That's a 25. Is he just weird, or is there some import to this?
No, he's just weird. He's a gnoll. I mean, they laugh a lot because they're hyenas.
Oh, I get it.
And they kind of yap and y'all. Gnolls are weird. I like gnolls.
Gnolls too.
And he'll kind of look over his shoulder and you coming?
Yeah. And then I'll follow.
Mine's pointy, yes.
I'm just going with the flow for now.
Yes.
In my experience, that has gotten us into trouble, but all right.
And he'll take you to a very plain looking like closet. And he'll step in and, like it's a Scooby-Doo episode. He'll pull like a book or like a candlestick. And
you can totally tell because the rest of the background is painted.
Exactly. And he kind of walks like Shaggy. He'll like pull a candlestick and a portal will open behind him that he will step through.
These red wizards are really not known for subtlety.
Yeah, do they just let anyone in here? Like, could I just walk in from the street and be like, oh, I need some perfectly legal goods, and they just show me their secret lair? Is that how this works?
Mine's pointy, yes.
I mean, it's a very obvious lever. Like, how more cliche could you get?
It's got like a thick outline. It's clearly animated.
Obviously cel shaded. Like,
it's a different color than the rest of the background.
Does an action command show up when you get close enough to it? Big hovering A button.
Hit X. Okay. But yeah, the gnoll has walked through the portal, the spinning portal thing. It's like even their magic is stereotypical. It's just spinning blue and white portal.
All right then.
Okay. So
This is almost definitely a trap.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the people with hit points go
Without a
first.
doubt.
I have 57 of them.
Navira, probably still even Lady Kaw above you.
I got you beat at 58.
Oh, snap.
Well, higher hit die.
Yeah, but I'm a dwarf.
Yeah, but paladins. Anyway.
Oh, true.
So you guys walk through, and kind of the first thing you would notice is the air is very cool and damp. Tarbek, you would say you were underground. Kind of.
Just like home.
Yeah, racist.
How
to
far
assume.
underground, and which way is north?
Oh, he can.
I can technically tell that, yeah.
So he would know that north is north. It's
Okay.
and
That
you
way.
would say you are probably in an upper level of the Underdark. And the knoll kind of yeah, come on, and it'll lope its way forward and say, "This is great, where the real shit is." And he'll kind of gesture with his huge arms, and you see a bustling like market square full of like drow, people wearing black and gold silken outfits, a little like dwarf with like a beholder cap on, Duragar, straight up devils are walking around, a bunch of gnolls kind of dressed similarly to this guy, so that presumably they're the watch down here. And these, like, you would say they're water elementals, but they're made of blood, kind of swirling and kind of skimming their way across the floor. And the gnoll will say, "Slaves?" And he'll kind of point to a, kind of stage area where you can see an auction is currently going on, where there are men and women. The men all have really thick, long beards and kind of frizzy, long hair, and the women all have hair like way down their backs. It looks like they've never gotten a haircut or shaved before, like even longer than Jay's.
Oh shoot! I guess I don't know what other languages you guys speak, huh?
Navira will start speaking to you in Undercommon.
I will also do that.
Awesome! Great.
For some reason, that's a language I know.
That's
I'm gonna look around
very
at the rest
useful.
of the party and go,
What languages do you speak, Kaw?
she knows
Speak.
Common and Orin.
I speak Primordial, Primordial. So I can kind of understand what you're saying. Well, not what you're saying, but anyways. I'd like to walk over to the auction.
Okay.
I'd like to say first, I'd like to whisper to Navira and say, I'm going to go buy some witnesses.
Would you like me to come with you?
That would be best, probably.
Okay.
Actually,
You see, like,
know what? We'll make a
weird-
day of it.
And you see, like, weirdly, she has, like, her hand on the back of her head, like, near where her hair is tied up. She's kind of just keeping it there, and you're not sure why. She looks like she's writing something.
She's
Yeah,
walking around in the anime pose with her hands behind her head.
Exactly, like.
Do you have a sword stored in that bun?
What?
The
How?
hair thing. Which
This? And she'll grab onto one of the pins in her hair
that
pull it
makes
out.
sense.
and use a bonus action to turn it into her longsword.
That makes a lot of sense. That's, That's good craftsmanship.
Weapons in watch markets.
So you straight up draw your sword?
Well, so kind of just like hold it like down to him, so like it's only like at his level. So it looks like she's kind of just like she was just holding it the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. Tarbek's just gonna take a moment to admire the craftsmanship before he walks over to the auctioneer's area, and he's gonna say, "Gayle, do you have any experience with dealing with these types of people, or?"
Yeah, sure. Why not? I've done business before. Let's do that.
Business, evil things. I am a rogue.
I'm gonna pull out. Okay, I've got 12 gold and 300 GP worth of diamonds.
15 gold.
Wait, do you actually pull out the diamonds?
I pull out a bag, and I'm going to try and keep it low because I don't want to show this off in a seedy market.
I was about to say, if you pull out a bunch of diamonds, we're in
That
trouble.
would be probably more trouble than pulling out the sword.
If it helps, Navira will put her sword away. She'll just.
Nobody really seemed to flinch when you drew your sword. But I mean, they're also not going to say no to the scary tiefling having her weapon stowed.
When we start pulling out our coin purses and trying to pool our money, is that when they start noticing?
Yeah, they're kind of... Some of the Duragar are like... Oh, I mean, we could just rob them. And like another one like kind of looks over and quick counts it, and it's like, not worth it.
Navira will make very intense eye contact with them.
Definitely not worth it. And they'll kind of...
Like, I like you, Navira.
It comes in handy.
Without a doubt.
So yeah, together you guys kind of can cobble together like 100 gold and all your diamonds.
All right. We don't need to go for the most expensive one. Just enough that we can basically take them back to get testified.
Makes sense. I guess. Sure. Let's do that.
We're the good guys who buy slaves.
Well, I mean, there's also the option of causing a prison riot, which would be pretty funny.
I'm equipped for that.
That would be pretty funny.
It would be funny, but it would end up getting people killed because I don't think humans unarmed against a bunch of devils is going to work out.
Yeah. Okay, so are we going to have to do human trafficking? Is that how this is going to work?
Like light human trafficking.
This is not light human trafficking. This is very hardcore human trafficking.
Think of it like this. You do this one little evil to bring down an entire evil.
Okay.
The net good is the net good.
I'm just picturing, like, after this, are we just going to slowly trickle in, like, until there's just, like, 100 undercover cops in here, until there's more cops than people, and just, that's how it's going, and then just, they'll kind of just shut it down without really fighting anyone, or...
It's a bunch of obvious paladins, and of course, we are criminals!
I mean, that's pretty much how we got in here.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, it's true!
Also, while they're having this conversation, I'm just going to kind of keep eyes around and see if there's anyone, like, obviously eavesdropping on what they're talking about.
Okay.
Well, we're being hushed tones, by the way, just to make that clear.
Yeah, can I get a perception check, Lady Kaw? Or insight?
14.
Okay.
Insight's way better.
Okay.
That is a 17.
Okay. So, kind of scanning, it does seem like various groups have kind of taken notice at different times. The drow are kind of eyeing up Gayle. Especially the women don't seem too pleased. Some of the men are there are two kind of groups of drow here. It's what you would say is like a traditional drow retinue, where it's like clearly the matriarchs and kind of their various flunkies and servants. So the people behind them will be a mixed group of men and women. And then there are groups of just men who are probably somehow liberated drow. The liberated drow aren't really paying attention to Gayle. The matriarchal drow are kind of like, well, who's this? And the devils are occasionally making eyes at really all of you, because they kind of have they seem to have a keener sense than the, say, red wizards who just let you down here of, like, these people do not belong here.
I mean, two of us are prominently displaying holy symbols,
Yeah,
so...
like...
I mean, three of us, but most people probably don't understand mine or care.
Yeah. Oh, what, like the patron god of Kenku? He's not a big enemy of devils.
Like, yeah, the, like, true neutral god, just like, no.
But yeah,
it's Tyr and Moradin. They're like the most neutral of the neutrals.
I mean, if it helps, she'll have put hers away.
Sure.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm going to do that, too.
I kind of assumed you guys had done that if you were going on.
Yeah, there's no way we're going down here. Like,
yeah, no, that's
lawful,
an obvious.
God.
But you know, the devils still kind of, they seem to have like a keener insight than necessarily the Gnoll who just kind of was following orders. And
hey, do I smell holy to you?
Yes.
But as you guys are kind of conversing, the Gnoll who led you down comes back, and he's got with him kind of a man with kind of balding with a paunch. He's not wearing red robes, but he does have the little bits of hair he does have on the side of his head are kind of shaved pretty close. And he's wearing kind of black leathers, you would say. Like maybe he was at one point a rogue before he got old and out of it. With kind of splotches of red on them. And he says, "Oh, how can I help you fine folks?"
Oh, well, we were just going over to those auction stalls or table. What is the proper terminology? Whatever. The auction.
He'll say, "We got some excellent stock. Real top-notch stuff straight from Thay. Best slaves you can buy in Skullport. If you could check your weapons over there, that'd be great, actually."
All right. Tarbek can't really hide his massive warhammer or the hand axe he keeps, so he's just going to hand those over.
Mighty grateful, thank you.
And Navira will hand over her javelins, but if they didn't see her sword, she's not giving them that.
Do you turn it back into the hairpin and put it back?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I turned it back before he
Okay.
got over here.
Gayle.
I guess, yeah, she'll give up her rapier and her short bow.
Okay, are you keeping like any daggers hidden on you or anything?
Yeah, I have a couple daggers.
Okay.
It should be like ones in my boot.
Can you give me a sleight of hand check with advantage?
Oh no. Oh, advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, good, because that was a 1. Oh, that's not better. A 9.
Real question: does he care?
Guidance.
Because
I use
that's not
guidance.
The only dagger.
Can I guidance?
Sure, add a d4 to that, Liz.
Oh, that's gonna help. So 11.
Okay. He kind of quick gives you the once over, and he seems satisfied with the short bow and the rapier.
Cool.
He rolled real bad. And Lady Kaw.
They really are dumb and easy to fool.
He's not a red wizard. I would like to point that out. He's a Thane official.
Yeah, but it's contagious.
He's a Thane official.
It's who he associates with.
Also, looking around, most of these people still have visible weapons on them. So he doesn't really care that much. But, Lady Kaw, do you even have any visible weapons on you?
I would have a sickle on my belt, yeah. Okay. Hand that over.
Okay.
It's possible they just think you're a farmer.
Yeah, it's still a implement of harming people. So the gnoll kind of will pull him up in its weird long arms and kind of put him over to a table and kind of just dump him. But the official will say, anything else, or are you just looking for slaves today?
Well, I could use a present for my nephew, and no, I think just the slaves.
Just the slave? We got some excellent magic items. Spheres of Annihilation.
Oh.
You can buy them by the dozen.
Wow. That's amazing.
Perfect for your volcano lair. Lasers to put on sharks. Got them.
I kind of quirk an eye at volcano lair. Yeah, that right, that's a common thing around here.
Yeah, they're all basically from a volcano lair. They know it's a big volcano.
I hope there's no crossover with the people in my volcano lair.
But yeah, now you kind of say, well, take your time. Hope you spend lots of good coin. We take all mintage. And he'll gesture kind of like, well, go buy a slave, like to the slave auction block. And he'll kind of go and start talking to some of the Duragar next to you guys.
I'm like not liking the looks from those Duragar, I'm assuming.
No, they seeing a surface dwarf, they don't like you very much.
With my beard on fire.
Yeah. Put that out. Forge safety. We're gonna get bigger. Duragar weird.
He tries to extinguish one ember and then another part catches fire. It's like trying to plug a leak.
Yeah. So yeah, how you guys want to do this?
So this is still like a marketplace, right? It's not just the auction hall? Okay. So what Lady Kaw is going to do is probably just give over her parts of the gold to Tarbek to help with that. Then just kind of pat him up and then actually try to set up a little bit of, just in some blank space, just set up a little bit of fortune telling.
Okay.
Might
as well try to make some coin while I'm down here too.
Okay.
All right. Tarbek will go to the auction place, and he's going to basically try and bid on the cheapest but still clearly mentally sound slaves, and with a preference for dwarves and gnomes if there are any up for auction.
It doesn't seem like there are any gnomes, but there are several dwarves. So for sure you can bid. Oh, God, this is the worst. I'm sorry, guys.
This is how far are we gonna go with this?
Gayle was gonna go if we're breaking up a little bit. Gayle will go around nonchalantly, try to go around and see the back of the slave block to see where all the slaves are.
Okay.
And what the setup is, where they're keeping them.
Okay, so Navira, what would you like to do?
I'm probably going to set myself up somewhere between Lady Kaw and Tarbek, just to have my grounds covered, but not make it look like we're supposed to be traveling, like we're just a little cluster, because that's suspicious. But just close enough to both of them where if trouble starts, she'll be ready.
Okay, so a move away from either of them.
Yes.
Yeah. And Tarbek will have his hand in his pocket, by the way,
okay.
Just so he doesn't get pickpocketed.
Okay. I was like, are you holding something? Okay. Okay, so, Lady Kaw, give me a performance check.
Guidance.
That's a 1.
Guidance is not going to help that.
I am out of my element.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you kind of... Maybe it's just you're uncomfortable. Maybe you can feel how just kind of awful this place is. And you just don't... You're just not on your game. And, you know, a couple people kind of toss you some coppers and silver out of, like, pity more than you actually accurately telling their future. But...
I don't believe you, but you put on a good show.
Yeah.
You did your best, sweetie.
Because you still have a good, you know, that kind of relaxing, nice cadence of doing it, and it's kind of the rhythm of it, and it's still, you know, it's still mesmerizing, but everyone's just like, that is not happening to me.
Does Navira see this?
Sure.
So seeing this, she feels kind of bad. And she'll kind of look over her shoulder at where Tarbek is, look back at Lady Kaw, sigh, and then go and sit at Lady Kaw's. Be like, all right.
Okay.
And Tarbek gets jumped by 4 Durger.
If Navira comes over, in that case, I will actually cast Augury and actually tell her fortune.
Okay. So, which one is Augury? I can't always keep the divination spells.
215 player's handbook.
Augury. Let's see. This is Wheel and Woe. Okay. Okay. So you cast. Do you use cards?
She throws bones.
Throws bones. Okay. Okay. The next 30 minutes about the results of a specific course of action. So, what would you like to know if it will go good, bad, mixed, or neither, Navira?
I would very much like to know. So within the next 30 minutes?
Yes.
How the rest of this transaction is going to go in terms of, like, getting the slave. Oof.
Should I roll now?
Okay.
To be inconspicuous?
Okay. Lady Kaw, you get whoa. You think this is not going to go well.
Needed a spell to tell you that?
Not so good. Chances aren't good.
Okay.
Very doubtful.
Tarbek.
Oh dear.
You can successfully buy 2 slaves. God.
I
It
don't
sounded a lot
like doing
not
this.
as terrible in my head.
It's not fun. I'll buy 2 slaves. How much is that? How much for the slaves? The cheap ones. I just need witnesses.
75 gold.
Okay, so we have 25 left over. Okay.
Gayle. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just gonna ask, like, did I get to the pen area, the holding area?
You've kind of stuck your head around back, and you can see there are a bunch of gnolls patrolling back here, and they are just... This is more like the gnolls you're used to. Like, they are just yapping at these people. They're kind of backhanding them and clawing them. They don't really seem to care what, condition they're in. They are bullying kind of some of the children or older people, like, just straight out. Like they can't do anything to us, so we're gonna bully them. And it is penned off. Like, there's a couple padlocks gating them in, but yeah.
Okay. I will walk up to the Gnolls.
Okay. And they're kind of on the other side of a fence, but they'll kind of. Oi! What?
I see. I was just deciding to getting a preview of what's to come up in the block. You got any inside knowledge or anything I can do? I'm a drow, by the way. Hi.
Can I have retroactively, before we split off, given her the blessing of the trickster?
Sure, so she has advantage on stealth checks. That makes sense.
How's that going to help?
So, it might. The Gnoll will kind of lean forward and say, "Ha! You want to buy some discount? Don't have to buy him off the block. Buy him right here. Ha!"
Wow. Wish I had known that before. Goodness. And let me go talk to my compatriots. I'll be right back. And I'll head back.
Okay. As you leave the Gnolls kind of start bickering like about who will get to keep the money from this. But yeah, no, you can head back over. Tarbek is like with the most pained look on his face, purchasing a living being.
It's like a smile. It's like he's hiding under a smile, but he looks like he's about to vomit.
Whoa. I'll try to go stop him.
Okay.
It was only the two Gnolls I saw, right?
Yeah, there were other Gnolls back there, but you only saw two. And yeah, no, I will let you stop Tarbek from buying a slave. So,
that's a Tarbek. Whoa. I hang on. I think I found a better option.
Oh my goodness. But like I'm assuming there's some ramifications if I back out of a back alley slave auction at the last second. Does it go to the next highest bidder?
Yeah, it'll go to the next highest bidder. They're not gonna like it, but they're not gonna like. As long as they're still getting their money for it, they're not gonna like. They might just ask you to leave. Like, but they've probably dealt with people who've lost their nerve buying slaves before, so they're not going to kill you or anything, but they'll kind of give you a stink eye for sure and be like, get out.
Tarbek actually has lost his nerve. Like, this is not... He wants to go home.
Okay.
It's not comfortable.
Gayle, do you get the others as well, or do you just get Tarbek?
They're not too far away, right? And
No.
Navira was keeping an eye on Tarbek. I'll
Yes.
just like signal to her to like come over here.
She'll go.
Okay.
Like, kind of steely faced after what just happened. It's like, oh. And her hand's like itching to go up to her hair, like.
Okay. So we're all together?
And before she gets up, she'll like bow to Lady Kaw and say thank you.
Absolutely.
And then she'll get up to leave.
And if everybody else is congregating, she'll roll up the mat and go join them.
Okay. Cool.
All right. If we're all together, I'll be like, okay, I think I have a slightly better way to get these slaves out of here, but you guys have to be cool. Be quiet about it.
Be cool while I buy these slaves.
Quiet about what? And then Tarbek will do a massive, obvious wink.
Just gonna put my hand on his head and leave it there.
And I'll bully them back to the Gnolls.
They are continuing to have this argument of who saw the drow first. No, I did. And they're kind of, now it's shoving, but when they see you come back, they kind of try and like act professional and like lean on the fence.
So I'll also try to like lean and act professional up to them. And
Both.
I'll be like, so these are my friends. They're cool. It's okay. And here's what I have for you. And I'll pull out a dust and cast sleep on them.
Oh, okay. Cast sleep. Get my monster manual.
Oh, that's not bad. 7 plus 6 is 13, plus 5 is 18, plus 2 is 20, 21.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Right? That's 5d8. Planned it out.
Okay. The one leaning against the fence will just kind of slump over into the mud. And the other one kind of looks down and like shakes it, like not enough to wake him, but kind of like kicks him a little bit and says, and then he starts to lean against the fence. And he says, "Ah, we got a deal?"
Sure. And I'll just wait for you guys to start doing something.
I did my part. Well, why aren't you guys killing this guy?
I'm going to look at him, and I'm going to have him make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Now, he's not very good at that. I'm sure you knew that. He will roll a 12.
He is charmed.
He'll kind of just start laughing even more and kind of look at you.
I'm just going to kind of tap at the lock that's separating us between the gate and inside of the fence.
Mm-hmm. And he'll take off his keys, unlock it, and hand you the keys.
I'm going to hand those over to Gayle,
Thank you.
open the door, and just kind of gesture to all of the slaves and just kind of like, it's pick one.
Time to go. Gayle start trying to unlock things.
I'm going to take out 2 gold pieces and put them in the Gnolls' hand and say, I think you got a great deal on this one. You really know how to drive a hard bargain. So we're just walking away with this entire...
So there are other Gnolls patrolling in here. So how do you want to do? Do you want to try and grab as many as you can? Do you still just want to get 1, 2?
Oh, well, Gayle's having a good time, so unless someone stops her, she's going to try to grab as many as she can.
Yeah, look, I paid him 2 gold.
As soon as you get to about 2, as much as I obviously want you to keep unlocking all things, I'm just going to like put my hand on your shoulder and say, that's good. I want to get out of here alive.
Okay. So
It's like you get to 2, you hear a hand on your shoulder, and you just hear a yes.
Do any of these slaves look at all like noble or like any of them look as though, like, are there any minotaurs or like fae there or whatever?
No. It is almost entirely humans and dwarves. There's a couple people you'd say probably have orc blood in them, maybe half orc. You see like the occasional half elf, but most of them appear to be, the humans all appear to be kind of the same like I guess ethnic stock is they're you would not know where they are from. They are from a country near Thay, and they're the ones who kind of have the thick hair. And it continues. The dwarves also. It's not weird for dwarves to have big beards, but your beard is, kind of, even though it is on fire, you still maintain it and shave it. There is a kind of
comb the parts that are not on fire.
Yeah, there is this kind of wild and big. But yeah, it's humans, dwarves, half orcs, half elves, and like one or two full elves.
How many do we have?
2.
So Lady Kaw stopped Gayle at taking 2 slaves.
All right.
Gayle will hand the keys over to the next slave and is like, have fun.
Oh, okay. And just kind of look at you. They'll kill me.
Not if they don't find the keys.
Kind of look
Cannot
over.
predict now, and I will lead Gayle and our new slaves.
So you take those 2 away and kind of leave this person with a key to kind of figure out what to do.
Wait. I would like to. Cast. Never mind. I don't have anything to help this guy.
Okay.
Sorry.
You guys have 2 freed slaves.
Yay. Now let's leave.
Yep. Yes, definitely. Absolutely.
So you kind of pull back around, and are you heading back to the portal you came in through?
Before we leave, Mira's going to take some rope, and just to make it more convincing, she's going to tie one of the slaves to herself, and then tie one to she'll tie one to Lady Kaw as well, because we trust her a little bit more.
Okay.
Tarbek will just kind of make a horrified face. I need a shower.
Pats on the
You want to
head
get out
again.
of here alive?
Yes, I do.
You gotta sell this.
All right.
So you guys approach the area where the portal was, and the portal does not seem to be active anymore.
Fuck.
Look not good.
Can Gayle look around and see if she can find another
Obvious self-shaded
candle.
lever.
Yeah.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
This is
Or investigation if it's better.
Ooh,
guidance.
investigation is much better.
Okay.
You get an extra
23.
1d4 on. Oh, I guess you don't need it. Forget the guidance.
You see what looks like a very obvious lever.
Gayle pulls it.
Nothing happens.
Balls.
I'm a little afraid to turn around right now.
Yeah, and behind you, you hear the first Gnoll say, "Ha ha! Ha! Gonna need to see some papers before you can take them out."
Where's Nova when we need her?
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
So looking around at these devils, would I kind of know if any of them had rank here?
Like here or
Like where I'm from.
where you're from? Oh, for sure.
All right.
There's no super higher ups, but some of them are, they would have a title of some kind.
All right.
That counts.
So I'm going to pull my own soldier rank on this dude. I'm not going to say where I'm from, but I'm going to pull my own rank. And can I try and intimidate him?
Sure.
Oh, I was just going to bribe him.
Yeah, me too. That works better. And we don't support the slave economy.
That is a 24.
Okay.
Hey.
Can I guidance?
Oh, you want to go for the overkill? Sure.
Of course. There's no kill like
let's do double
overkill.
guidance. That sounds good. Roll 2d4, Navira.
All right. I mean, if we're gonna milk this big scary tiefling lady
Yeah.
thing, we might as well. So that's another 6. That's 30.
Go full Galadriel. It's just the light behind you starts to shine. Your eyes go white.
Yeah, I pull out my soldier experience and I'm like bearing down on this dude.
And he'll kind of start to count. Fine. Just want to see some papers. And
I take out a blank piece of paper and hand it to him.
And in blank parchments.
Where I'm from, papers aren't necessary.
He'll kind of reset the lever that you pulled, Gayle, and he'll pull it again. And he must have a key or something on his person that lets it activate. And the portal behind you will open.
Thank you.
This'll take us to Waterdeep, or
Yeah, he'll say, back where you came.
all right. Thank you very much. I'm gonna leave.
He'll actually kind of get low and kind of whimper again and skulk away.
Should give him one last look to really hone it in.
Okay. You guys step through the portal. Okay.
Should take the ropes off probably because it's not legal in Waterdeep, and don't
Once we
wanna.
get outside the castle.
Yeah. Let's wait until.
Question about that. How would Pass Without Trace work in an urban setting?
I think it would be kind of like, it would make you guys like Ezio from Assassin's Creed. Like you would just blend into crowds seamlessly.
Wonderful. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
That's you and 5 others, right?
It's a bunch of people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually anyone within 30 feet of me. That's
Okay.
you.
Great.
Yeah, man. Okay. And they can't be tracked except by magical means. Okay.
That seems like kind of an important detail.
Yep.
Yes. So you guys step out of the portal and you're back into this, little closet area. You don't have a Gnoll guide anymore. How do you guys? Do you just want to kind of make a break for it, sneaking? Or?
Just walk out.
Yeah, just very calmly walk out.
As you guys walk out, the guards on the door say, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! They gave you those inside? Supposed to deliver them outside the city walls."
We needed them right away. It was a special circumstance sort of thing.
I nod in agreement to that in order to help convince them.
Cut the ropes.
Oh, the ropes were still on? As soon as we were through the portal, I, unroped mine and just kind of, have a hand on their shoulder.
Okay.
Well,
I am
we're
also
not
cobbling
idiots.
together outfits from, any spare thing I can find. We
Okay.
need to not make them look like slaves.
Okay.
I'll actually, if we want, could I use my artisan's blessing to whip them up like impromptu armor?
Yeah, it has to be of a certain cost, but you could do one of them, or bits of armor for both of them. So little helmets or
Enough bits to make them plausibly seem like not slaves.
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that.
Between you and Lady Kaw's extra clothes, you can make them look like urchins more than slaves, but yeah.
Bodyguards-ish, maybe.
Yeah.
We got our weapons back, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to ask.
I am also spending a fair amount of time just like trying to comfort these people. Just like, stay with us. It's gonna be good.
They don't
I'm
seem...
pretty sure you're aware we just broke you out.
Yeah. But they don't really... You guys are all weird looking to them. No offense.
I'll speak. Are there either of them dwarves or?
You grabbed a dwarf, yeah.
Okay, I'll say him and dwarf, like,
Phrasing.
or them and dwarf. Okay, well, just chill. Just chill. It's gonna be good.
Just cool out, man.
It's cool. Be
That
cool.
would look good. You may rely on it.
What's the dwarven word for chill?
I don't know if they have one.
I don't know if they do.
Yeah, you're a cleric.
Okay.
Well, I guess.
So you guys walk past these guards who seem content to just let you go as long as you're not, like, parading their slaves around. And you get outside the city gates. Or the gates of the embassy.
Can we just
That went way better than I thought it would.
go back to Imdar, I guess?
My plan.
Go tell him.
You know, I've been chasing and fighting these red wizards for almost a year, and what I've heard from many people who've also encountered is that they're dumb and hard and easy to kill. And
I've heard easy to fool, personally.
that too. If
Okay. You guys head back to the Hall of Heroes, and Imdar is in his office, writing away. And he looks up and he's a little surprised to see you guys so soon. And he's like, "Do you need anything else?"
No,
I'm just
we
gonna
got.
take our two new
Yeah.
people and just sit them at his desk.
And, like, just his face will immediately fall, like, in just, he has so much pity and empathy for these people. And he'll kind of just start barking orders to people outside, and, you know, they will be taken care of, given, you know, washing facilities, and kind of, they'll be allowed to stay here and stuff. And he'll say, "The red wizards were selling those in Waterdeep."
Skullport. And she will say that in the guy's voice.
Slavery is not illegal in Skullport. Damn it.
They do have a portal to Skullport.
That is illegal.
it's not hard to find.
We literally, all we did was ask them, and then they showed us directly through the portal.
Yes.
Apparently, they're also selling spheres of annihilation by the dozen.
Absolutely.
Which I don't know if that's illegal, but it does not seem safe.
It's not legal, for sure.
Yeah, there's an entire black market down there.
It's very
It's not
easy to
fun.
find.
Good job, guys. Although this feels a little easy, but good job.
I agree.
I don't know. Easy's the best type of job, so
Did they place like a tracking device on me or something?
Just he'll kind of wave his hand over you. I don't think so.
It's like he wants us all to see if we've been bugged.
Exactly. Takes
It's
out,
like-
takes out a little hammer, just starts beeping.
Is it a metal detector? Because I'd imagine I wouldn't. For Tarbek, it's just beep, 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 beep. For the whole time.
So if you've been smithing long enough, you'll set off a metal detector even without any metal on you.
It's true. It gets stuck in your eyes.
Okay. Imdar will say, I am a dwarf of my word. Would you guys, would you like to be paid? Do you want, lodgings here in the city, I can arrange something for you indefinitely.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really planning on staying for an extended period of time. I was under the impression. Do you have any other jobs for us, or?
Yes.
I will
This
have other
wasn't-
jobs for you, yes.
Do we get to have an actual hand in taking these down other than, we got the slaves and that's obviously incriminating, but I didn't get my hands dirty. And that was frankly disappointing.
A little bit.
He will say, I'm going to talk to some people tonight. There may be sort of a preemptive raid tonight, but I'd like to follow up with you guys to hunt down some more of these folk, if that's okay with you.
You may rely on it.
So, more red wizards?
More red wizards.
Hooray!
I'm not content with that.
Okay. Would you guys like to take him up on his offer to provide you lodgings in the city? Or do you want to
I already have lodgings.
Do you want to find it? Do you guys want to stay wherever you were staying before? You don't have to do whatever you want.
I mean,
Find a name.
Probably.
we can take the cash.
Okay.
I'll actually take them up on that offer if it means that I can get to hear more about what's happening with the raid.
Can he pay me an additional armbands?
Oh yeah. He's got all the jangles you want. And the jingles.
I have no idea how you were not robbed in Skullport.
I have a
blows
minor
my mind.
headcanon that she doesn't actually carry around money. That's just how much gold she has worth of jewelry to trade.
Sure. Yeah. It's not all a coin economy. People will barter. Okay. Tarbek, Gayle, he will hand you a sack with 300 gold in it apiece.
Oh.
Lady Kaw, he will give you he'll give you a voucher for $300 of bangles at Claire's boutique. And Navira,
She's a magic labor sorceress. She's very famous.
Yes. Navira, he will give you 100 gold and say you have two options for places to stay. He can give you a private room kind of in a less nice part of town, or you can stay here at the Hall of Heroes where it's a little more communal, but it's a like a nice clean area to stay.
She'll stay at the Hall of Heroes if that means that she can hear about the raid.
Sure.
And she'll also turn to Gayle and she says, "Your sneaking skills are admirable. You said you wanted this?" And she'll hand her the 100 gold.
Hey. Thank ya.
Of course.
Liking this tiefling lady.
Okay. So, Imdar will kind of bark an order at one of his fledglings. Navira, he'll take you to a it's like a curtained off section of a big common bedroom area, but it's a nice clean bed. There's like a little water basin and everything, and plenty of room to store all your armor and weapons. They know who stays here. They're not dumb.
It's like, yeah, this is going to take a second to get all this off.
And then he'll, ask you, the rest of you, to come back tomorrow when he'll hopefully have more information. He's going to take this to his superiors, and hopefully they'll elevate it to like the Lord's Alliance kind of thing. But yeah.
Is there a space outside the Hall of Heroes to park a Vardo wagon?
Yes, there is.
I will not be hard to find.
Okay.
I'll probably be staying in or around the Vardo wagon.
Okay, cool. And if you would like, Tarbek, there is a Temple of Moradin not far from here. You can always probably get free lodgings there.
Yeah, sure, I'll be among my people, and I can practice my smithing while I'm there. Maybe do some healing for. I'll like perform temple duties and help out as long as I'm staying there.
Sure.
I don't know if they have many 6th level priests.
Probably not. It's probably a lot of humans with the ritual caster feat, and that's it. Like 0 level humans.
Why are you worshiping Moradin?
Not human. Sorry,
dwarves.
There are human worshippers of Moradin.
That's true. That's true. Mostly blacksmiths.
Yes. They tend to be smiths. Navira, kind of, if you go back to Imdar's office, kind of through the night, he's organizing various efforts, and apparently he kind of will relay information to you as it comes up, but he says that they are going to raid the embassy tonight.
I'd like to think that I'm just like standing outside of his office, like at attention, just waiting.
Mm-hmm. And he'll kind of say they're already in position and they're going to move. If you wanted to join them, you probably could, although you may get there after they've started, or you could do like a follow-up raid. It's up to you.
Have we even left yet?
Yes, this is later in the night.
Okay.
So probably only Navira would be able to go.
Actually, Kaw is like right outside.
And Kaw is right outside, if she were so inclined.
Is there any word for whether or not my services are needed?
They aren't needed, so it is solely up to you and what you think Navira would do.
But she kind of wants to go, but she doesn't want to go without everyone, as she has taken a liking to these people.
Actually, can I cast sending to get in contact with Navira?
Sure.
Sorry.
So, like, as she's deciding this, she hears Tarbek's voice.
Hey, any word on the raid?
Well, if you all would like to take a field trip.
Tarbek will respond with like the thumbs up emoji, and then on my way.
Thumbs up, OMW.
Yeah, exactly.
How did I hear that in my mind?
Okay. Lady Kaw's right outside. How would you guys...
Can I get Gayle on the way?
Yeah. Are you staying with your family, Gayle?
Yes.
Okay.
I would be staying with the family.
Yeah. So they're well, where do they live? What section? Do they live in a fancy section or a like kind of more
working class, I would say?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, we're on a little bit of hard times. It's a gig economy.
I mean, Smiths, would that be in the working class district? Or the Temple of Moradin?
They would probably be in the trade ward.
Navira's text back is like, call Gayle.
Yeah, and
Right.
Gayle's family also probably lives very near the trade ward. So you can grab her and head over to back to the Hall of Heroes and over to the Thayan Embassy.
All right.
Assuming that is what you want to do.
Imdar just sees Navira go blank for a second. She's like, all right, I've got a team. I'll be going.
Okay. And he will kind of do some like blessing of Tempest on you.
I just like to imagine that like it's Navira just like walking, and then Kaw joins her, and then a little bit Gayle and Tarbek join her.
Yeah.
And it's just in the background like Exactly.
As you guys approach the Thayan embassy, it explodes.
I don't look at it.
And we
They
all
all turn
somehow
around in
Yeah.
unison.
dramatically turn around.
Okay. That's where we're at tonight. Cool
I
people
can
don't
think
look
of
at
no
explosions.
better place to do so.
Roll credits.
Okay.
Fun campaign, guys. Well done, everyone.
We did it. We saved you.
Knowing the Red Wizard, someone probably just like left the gas on.
Fireball. Okay. Outros and plugs. Daniel.
Hi, my name's Daniel of the Wiseman variety. I play D&D. I sometimes stream on Twitch, although less now because I'm at school. You can catch me on Horrible Barovia Time and Must Be Fate, and another campaign which may be coming up soon. Okay, look, I know I'm in a lot of campaigns,
Your
but
record
I
is still
love D&D.
6, so you've downsized.
Was I in 6 at one point?
It's been 5. I may be not including ours or including ours, because you were like running a couple and in ours and a few others at the same time.
It was real bad. I'm glad I dropped one. Anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Liz.
at Lightning Fast 11 on Twitter. Sorry.
Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. You can find me on Twitter at Liz Horn, Horun. I'm there sometimes. Yeah.
Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay Rashu. You can find me on Twitter at Jay Rashu. I occasionally post things. I am working on something right now, but I'm not going to do like a normal progress thread because I'm not super consistent on when I can work. So just keep your eyes peeled whenever it's done. I'll just put it all in one massive thread.
Cool. And Mira.
Hi, I'm Mira. So glad to be part of what is the best heist movie ever. But you can find me at Birds and Nerds on both Twitter and Instagram. I post art and D&D jokes when I can manage. I'll be on the lookout for a couple of... I should be working on some cool work for these streams, hopefully. So yeah.
Remember that part of Mission Impossible where they just walk in and they're like, hey, can we have your secret plans? And then they just give them the secret plans.
Okay. My name is Andy Hatton. You can follow me on Twitter at Andy Hatton. I will be back here next week at this time with Strike Team Beta as they figure out what the hell the Cult of the Dragon wants with Chidara Daichadra, daughter of famous Tiamat Slayer. Chadra died something. I can't remember her last name. I'm sure it has CHAD in it. But yeah, follow us on Twitch at Laughing Dragon Inn, on Twitter at LaughINNDragon, and YouTube's weird, so it's technically still youtube.com/God of Roads, but you can search Laughing Dragon Inn and we'll come up. And yeah, have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
I had to stop waiting.
Can't
so
do
I
it.
can
Yeah.
turn things off.